Okay, so here we are at the Coriopolis branch. I mean, Coriopolis Trailhead is what I meant. It is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. Let's just check that and make sure. Yep. It's a nice area here. Pretty cloudy today. At least it's not raining. It's pretty early in the morning. There's a lot of vehicles here. Let's read that sign real quick. Welcome to McChesney Grove. Cool. Alright. I go up this way for a while. Then we're going to head back down to the Cory branch. Oh, this is damp here. Well, I was down here. Was that March or April? I can't remember now. Parked up at Hassan. Came down here. And then turned around and went back. Now we're going to go up here a ways. And then go back. And then go down in the other direction to the Cory branch. Little chipmunk. Watch, I take out the camera. As soon as I do that, he's gonna run. Maybe not. There we go. Got a little chipmunk right there in the middle of the screen. Yep, see, I moved and then he ran. Or she. He or she ran. Well, check this out up here. Great rock formation. It's a really nice stretch right here. Let me get in the middle of this real quick. And then do a selfie. Yeah. Selfie right in the middle of that. Looks great. Now, let's do it straight on deal. Let's do it straight on deal. Goes back to Coriopolis. This goes up towards Hassam. Quite a bit of water over there. Montour Run. Had a lot of rain recently. Well, check out that airplane up there. It's going really fast. He's flying, man. My favorite kind of fence. That old-timey fence. There's a lot of that on this trail here. There's some gunshots over there. That's at shooting range. It's crazy how that's real close to the trail. Alright, we'll go up to the go up here to that railroad crossing sign and the, I forget what that's called right now. Yard limit sign is what I was thinking about. Yard limit. We'll go up to that. Then we'll go back. We'll go to the Cory branch. I saw that was on their list. Montour Trail things to complete, sections to finish. The Cory branch was on the top of the list. But who knows when that will be taken care of. Kind of left it in a half completed state. Like there's a post that says Cory Branch. It's like the 1/4 mile marker, but then there's no more markers. There's a couple of posts, but no placards on it. The shots ring out. So now the pavement changed to the crushed limestone. Let's get this in here again. Signal tower, yard limit sign. Cool. Let's get that yard limit sign here. Yard limit. Tell you what, I'm going to go back up here for a ways. A little bit more. All right. Let me go up there to that. Right up there where those posts are. Well, the grass is really tall over here. There's 1/2 mile marker. Yeah. Hi. 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 So we're going to go up here to this posts and turn around. This is good enough. Get a little swig of water. Hi.
Morning.
There's that little yellow sign there posted on the right. That's talking about the Duquesne Light working up down there about, gets us about a mile from here. So we went about a 1/2 mile. So we got 1/2 mile back. That'll be a total of a mile. Then we'll go down the Cory branch. Here's that sign I was talking about. It's kind of faded there already. It's waterlogged. Let's just see if that can be captured on video. Blown up. I already got that on another picture once. So I was up there at Hassan twice this year so far. Once I came down here, went down to Coriopolis. Other time I went the other direction to Beaver Grade Road. This is the first time this year that I parked at the Cory trailhead. We can hear that water running down there. Can't really see it because of this overgrowth here, but you can hear it for sure. They really haven't done any kind of ground maintenance here so far this year. Just let it grow. Yeah, I've taken a number of alternate videos here at this sign, but since we're here, we're going to do it again. Yard limit. There's that signal tower. Yard limit. Now that goes up to Hassan Road. Turn it around slowly. And that is the yard limit sign. All right, that's enough. Well, there's a nice clear shot of the water without these trees being in the way. Let's get a shot of it. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hi.
I took that road over there one time. I didn't know where it was going to go. I thought it was going to come out, connect up to the one that goes up on Forest Grove Road. Turns out it doesn't. Had to come back down, turn around, come back. So my vehicle has been being repaired for the hail damage. It's been there about a week and a half. Still got a week and a half to go, they say. I never see anybody over here at this field. There was a sign back there. Let me just take a look at that sign again real quick. Keep out. Alright, so it says keep out. Authorized personnel only. Breast lube pen Superfund site. Superfund. So I've done parts of the Westland branch last week on the north end, and Monday of this week I was at the south end. Never walked as far as, the middle. Never could meet that, cover all the ground of the Westland branch. It's a little bit too far. I mean, I could do it, but I'm not into hurting myself, that's all. What you could do is park your car at one end, walk the whole branch, and then get a ride back to your car. Crazy. And that Westland branch is really deserted. You can hear that roaring water. The falls of Montour Run. The rapids of Montour Run. Right down in there, but you can't see it. This is way overgrown. I seem to remember being able to look down there and see the water last year. Lots of airplanes around here. Airport is back in that direction. Diagonally looking up in that direction. No, I just saw a guy walking down there. There's a little pathway to the water. I can remember this was not as overgrown as it is now last year. It's kind of cool seeing all this, but you definitely don't want to be walking in that. That guy jump in there. I heard something like water. Hi. It sounded like a dude jumped in. What the hell's going on down there? He ain't gonna swim in that shit. Alright, let's get a shot of this hillside up here. Cool. This is really overgrown right there. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty humid out here today. So here's the path that goes down there. We ain't doing that today. This is pretty damp right here. Bet you it's going to be damp down there. The Cory branch, it doesn't have a good surface. There's a wide variety of surfaces. They got gravel, it's really hard to walk on. Then there's some sections that don't have much at all. I don't think there's any crushed limestone in that one part. We'll see. There's a paved portion that goes down to the what is that place down there? That River Hounds Sports Center place. Now here's some crushed limestone. I wanted to go to Piney Fork area down near South Park, but it takes too long to get there, and it's going to start raining, so I don't want to be too far away. I mean, take too long to get there, then it starts raining, so you can't do your walk. Well, you can do your walk, but you don't want to get wet. Clearing right here. See the Montour run. Another video coming up. Alternate video, yes. Yes. Let's see that rental beast over there. Starting to get used to driving that. Inside's not too bad. I mean, it looks like a real small car, you know, real small SUV, but inside it's very spacious. They make really good use of that room in there. Now the engine, that's the other thing, it's bad. Real bad. Absolutely no power whatsoever. A nice little area right here. Montour Junction. I saw this sign before. I don't really need to look at that again. It's cool to see them, but I've seen them already. Mile 0, the beginning of the trail, or the end of it, possibly the end. Mile marker 0. Yeah, cool. See this sign? There's that Duquesne light sign, a yellow. The printing, the ink is running in there. You can't hardly read it now. Mile 0, Montour Road, Moon Township. Now here's the other sign. Montour Road, Mile 0. So I say this every time, it never gets old. That should be a minus sign in front of that Coriopolis, minus 0.8. If this is 0, and it truly is, that can't be positive. That's positive direction. This is negative direction. Be precise. We are underneath Coriopolis Road right now. Very busy road indeed. So here's the first part of this. This is where there's some gravelly kind of thing, but it's not too hard to walk on. They need to get to this and finish this. But anyway, no trespassing, authorized personnel only. And you know they mean in that direction because this is a trail and we are allowed here. It's a combination of dirt and a little bit of gravel, and here's some mud. Let's get out of that. We don't walk in that. I bet you it's going to be muddy down here when you get to the when you get past all this. So it's just like a little entryway here. Now comes this paved part next to the sports center. A lot of cars over there. like I said before, I wonder if people park over there for the trail. Because when you go to that trailhead over there, man, it's really tricky to get to that. That road is so beat. So you can just park over here at the center on the far end. You won't be hurting anything. There's plenty of parking over there. I wouldn't want to do it though, because there's usually a cop over here. Like right over here at the end, there's usually a cop sitting down there. Now if they had some signs up there that said Montour Trail parking, they wouldn't do that though. There's a good chance you'd see a train down here when you get close to the town, Coriopolis. There's train tracks right there. That'd be great, seeing a train. Fascinated with trains. This is down trees. Hi. It's technically still morning for 2 more minutes. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening and good night. Alright, now these posts were here as far as I can remember, like every time I came here. Now this post way ahead, they weren't there last year in the early part of the year. The reason how I know that is, or remember that is, there's a dude parked right over here, and he decides he's going to take a shortcut. He drives right down here and right onto the trail. I'm going to go take a look at this bridge again. I like this over here. So when they actually finish this Cory branch, they're going to they better make it clear that this is not the actual trail. This is just some alternate way. Unless they make this a part of it. Who knows? It could be Cory Branch 1 and Cory Branch 2. There's the Rapids of Montour Run. This is really nice here. Whew. Man, I'm sweating. So this bridge goes over the Montour Run. Alright, let's get out of this. This looks kind of muddy right here. Let's cut through this. Wet and muddy. So this is where you get into that gravel. Right here, it's not too bad, actually. The gravel has been scraped away. It's easier to walk on. Here you go, Montour Trail. Please no motorized vehicles. That's where I know that this posts weren't here, because that guy came from there and went right up here with his car. Hi. The truck going down here. Where the hell's that truck going? That truck going down to that? Oh, no, he's turning around. I was thinking, that truck gonna go on that bridge over there, but no, he's just turning around. If that truck went across that bridge, I'd be tempted to go down there anyway to see what's going on. And there's absolutely no signs. So there's that sports complex. That's a huge building, man. And here's coming up, here's some more of that rougher gravel. This is the part that gets hard to walk on. So last time I was here, like I said, those posts were put in to prevent people from riding up here and going up here, taking a shortcut behind the center. We'll see if there's anything else changed. I doubt it. Hi. There was that time last year, there was a guy just like with a shovel and a rake or something trying to rake out this little gutter here. At that rate, this will never be finished. I hope I didn't miss that Cory branch sign. I bet you I did. There's the 1/4 mile marker. Okay, let's see, 1.5. Yeah, I bet you I passed that up already. And we'll catch it on the way back. Gotta pay more attention. It's amazing how they put those posts in. They put the 1/4 up there, and then there's nothing. Then you get down to right in Coraopolis town there. There's right before that there's another one of those posts, but there's no label on it. It's like they really ran out of funding on that one. They just put So we'll put the post in and we'll put the label on it in a couple years from now. There's that pipeline over there. Well, it looks like pretty overgrown here. I don't think I'm going to be able to walk over to that. Last year I walked over to that. Like right up in here, I walked over to it. There's like a do not enter sign or whatever. Danger or whatever. Yeah, danger, keep out. Check that out. There's rails right there. I never saw those before. Never paid attention to that, I don't think. Railroad ties or whatever. Let me see. Let's get this. Right there. I love seeing remnants of the old train tracks. This is that section. I can go through here, it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be overgrown, but it's not. Danger, keep off. So, since we can't go on it, we take pictures of it. Alternate video time. See, there's that danger, keep off. You can see on the other side there's a sign facing the other direction telling people on the other side to keep off. Now there's a, what is that right there? Is that a post? Like a, it's not a sword drain, it's a post. Whatever. Here's the Montour run, curving its way through. Cool. So yeah, they need to put the new surface down on this. They need to put some more signs telling you which direction to go in. I already know, but I'm just saying. To the casual walker, wouldn't know. Oh, there's a train. Gosh dang it. I'm not down there yet. Son of a gun. I wish if I wouldn't have been screwing around, I would have been near that train. I want to be near it, but I'm never gonna make it in time. Unless it's like a really long train. There's no way I'm gonna make it down there. It's like another close to a half a mile to get to it. Run. No, I'm not going to do that. Son of a gun. If I hadn't been screwing around back there, I would have been down there by now. What are the chances of you getting there, coming here, at the exact time a train is coming? And right down here, man, you're really close to the tracks. There's a couple of locations. I can hear it. It'll be gone by the time I get down here. Oh well. So much for that. So they got those posts in the middle there, and then they got some more posts up here. Wonder why they do that. I guess they figure someone could come on this alternate path and then come back up in here. There's Cory Road up there. This is kind of spooky down here. Well, last year when I was here, that one time, there were dudes riding dirt bikes over there. So here's some, these look a little newer. Not sure. Yeah, this surface isn't too hard to walk on. So now, what are the chances I'm going to see a train when I get down here? Another train come same, a few minutes behind the other one. I doubt it. You just never know, though. I'm getting pretty close to the end now. I remember that one time last year, I think I had parked up at the Hassan Road, and I walked all the way down here and then down to the end of this branch, and then back, and that was a lot. There's a little path over there. I think I had walked in there once before. Should we do it again? Maybe. Why not? You can see like bike tracks. Dirt bike. Yeah, you can see tracks here. So there's some tracks that go that way. Tracks that go this way. This way goes back up to the regular trail. You gotta be careful, someone might come through here with a dirt bike. I don't think I came down this far. Let's do it. What the hell? Now this is some scenic stuff. Yeah, look at this right here. You can do your dirt bike. You can see tracks down there. People come right up this hill here. That'd be nice to ride a dirt bike on this. Wow. Cool. Feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. But meanwhile, Cory Road's up that way. The river's right over there. The Ohio River's over there. Let's get to that. See if I don't want to go that way. I'm gonna have some muddy shoes when I get back. Damn. This looks like some old railroad ties right here. Cool. Let's get that on video. See, I didn't get that last time. There we go. Alright, so see these railroad ties right here? That is cool. Usually you don't see them anywhere. I should have taken a picture of that. What the hell am I doing? Came all the way over here and I didn't do it. Alternate video time again. Here we are. There's where people ride their dirt bikes. Come right up this hill and go right up here. It's a little spooky down there. Alright, enough. Now that way, I think it connects to it again, but I'm not going to try it. I'm going to go back up here. Technically, you could be trespassing over here on somebody's property that they don't want you on. That one came out here, but then... Alright, whatever. So if those dudes rode their bikes down, those motorbikes down here, they'd technically be in violation up here because you're not supposed to have motor vehicles on the Montour Trail. Alright, let's get going. Look, you could see some kind of dirt tracks that came right here. There's another path over there. And here's this giant tree trunk. I had never been down here in 2023. 2024 is the first time I ever came down here. Man, there's some kind of bugs. There's this giant tree trunk uprooted. Let's I think I did this before, but I'll do it again. Check that out. Watch where you're walking there, dude. All right. That is uprooted. Oh, I don't even have it on. Oh, shit. I don't even have that on. Damn it. All right, that's an uprooted. Now let's... Damn, there's too many bugs down here. Let's turn this around real quick and get a... All right, there's that uprooted tree. My head's in the middle of it. Man, there's a lot of bugs down here. Whew. Really humid. Whew. Sweating to beat hell. Now that one time when I came here, I remember I had one of these bottles of water, and I was trying to open it. I couldn't open it. It was so tight. So I was like beating it against stuff. Alright, now here's one of those posts right here. See that post right there? That's one of those Montour Trails posts, but there's no mile indication on it, marker. And there's another one down here, I think. Man, this is like August sweat. This is only May. So they got these posts in the ground here. They got this sign right there, Montour Trail. So they were preparing it, but they never finished it. Put the final touches on it. Now there's that bridge that goes over to Neville Island, right up there. And here's that location for the trains. Oh, somebody's in a tent over there. Holy shit. Here's where you'd be able to see a train. Here's one of those posts that doesn't have anything on it. No signs. So one sign was real close to the other. I mean, one post was real close to the other. What's going to be like 0.75? The other one's going to be 0.8. Something like that. I mean, negative. Oh, this piece of siding right here. Where the hell did that come from? Okay, so now we are on some cement wall. So they got to put signs up here telling you this is Montour Trail entrance. Here you go, private property. No trespassing. Now last year, that one time I was here, someone had opened this gate. I think it was those dudes on those motorbikes. They were driving around down in there. Private property, no trespassing. Man, I'm sweating to beat hell. Whew. Damn. Alright, so this is Coriopolis. This is right in the part of town. Let's take a little bit of a break. Wait for a train. Let's get some photos of that. Last year, let's see, that area is straight ahead up there. That road was being resurfaced, new concrete. And here's the train tracks. Well, it turned out to be sunny. Left my sunglasses in the car. Camp out here, wait for a train. There's that dude in that tent over there. Yeah, that's weird. Guess he's living down there. Whew. I'm gonna break out this handkerchiefs and wipe up all the sweat. That's the way it gets in the middle of the summer. They really did a nice job with this section right here. So up to this point, you come from there, you wouldn't know what this is. You wouldn't know. What's this path do here? It doesn't tell you anything. And there's that post up there on the right. And then there's this sign right here. It says Montour Trail. Montour Trail, please no motor vehicles. That's where that train would have been. So this is where they would put some mile marker. Yeah, in fact, it looks like there actually was one on there. You could see like dirt marks, or they might have had a mile marker post there. I don't see anything on the ground. I feel like I want to hang out here, find a train. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So we're about 2.25, so it'll be close to 3 when I get back. Maybe even a little more. I parked a little further up from the mile zero sign, so it's going to end up being, I'm going to guess, a total of about 3.1. I like it down here. I'm going to keep turning around looking back. Make sure nobody's on here following you. There's some graffiti. That giant wall over there. Coriopolis Road. Graffiti goes all the way down. I remember I was beating on that bottle of water, trying to get that cap loosened. I beat on that thing over there. In fact, I was almost going to ask that one guy, hey dude, can you help me open this bottle of water, man? There's a guy walking with his wife, but I got it open before that. I felt like an idiot, man. Couldn't even open a bottle of water. I've had those, but though they're like almost impossible to open. Without using a wrench, pliers or whatever. That's like my mom. I had to buy her some like a lock wrench. She was having trouble opening bottles of water with her. She had no muscle power at all. So there's no way she could open bottles of water. Here comes somebody on a bike. Let's get out of the way. Hi.
How you going?
Good, how are you? Like some old wall over there. There's all kind of junk over there. Whew. There's a little pathway. I think I came up all the way this far when I was trying to open that bottle of water. On one of these posts, I got it open. Yeah, see these posts right here, I don't think these were here last year. I think this thing was here. That pole and post, but these 3 wooden posts weren't here. Damn. I've said this before. This reminds me of when I was a kid out on the slate dumps, riding our mini bikes out in the woods and wilderness, with little paths like this, little trails. This dark coal colored foundation. All that's missing from this is the smell of burning wood or burning coal. So where was I 1 week from here? 1 week ago. 1 week ago, I was walking around downtown, down in the Strip District. Definitely like walking in the woods better than walking downtown. All those parking lots down there I used to go to all the time, they're all, most of them are lease. You can't just pull in and pay. I mean, it's like all of that has changed. I used to go down to Ides once a week. Every Friday I'd go down there, and you could park at Alco parking area. That was, now there's all kind of townhouses and everything. I mean, this place is so built up. And any parking parking lots are lease only. It's changed quite a bit. It's like at one time I had to go to that court, that grand jury thing. I used to park down there for that. Man, I'm getting tired. Damn. So you see, the Montour Trail goes there where those 3 posts are, and then that metal post. But this to the right is that little dirt track. So they're going to have to make that real clear when they eventually finish this branch. I mean, I guess that is pretty clear. Us trail walkers know that means that's the trail where those yellow posts are. The experienced Montour trail walker knows. There's those railroad rails. Let's go up real close to that. I want to see that real quick. That's really cool. Step up here. Oh, shit. Check this out, man. Let's get some video of this real close. I already got video of it. Let's get some more video. And there. See these rails right here? You don't see too many of them anymore. There's one right there. Way down there. Cool. Man, that's really crazy. You think about all the train, all the rails and all the ties that used to be in this, on the Montour Trail. How long did it take them to remove all that? That'd be a major, major undertaking. I bet you that would take years for the whole Montour Trail, the whole Montour Railroad. Man. Like something's biting me. This is the section that had the rough gravel. It's not as bad as it was last year. Good thing I don't have to go too far, but I am really tired right now. Let's keep an eye peeled for that the mile marker that is here. The post that's like at the 1/4. Some dogs over there. There's nobody here playing or there's some graffiti on the side of that bridge. Let's check that out again. I've done this before, but let's do it again. Damn, sweating beat hell. So there's the Montour run. It's running. And up there, there's that bridge. Oh shit, messed that up. Alright, let's get back onto the trail. There's that sign. I see it right now. We'll break out the camera again. Make sure we really capture it on video. Again. I just gotta remember where it's at. There's these posts that they put in. Those are the new ones. And then here's the C-1/4. And like I said, it should be -1/4. Right there. Cory branch. C-1/4. And then on the other side, there's a little bit more here, okay? Cory branch, C-1/4. Cool. One day I was taking pictures like that, you know. Some lady comes up to me and says, "Do you work for the Montour Trail?" I go, "No." Because I saw you taking pictures. I'm like, "Yeah." And so, and I should have said, "Do you mind your own business much?" I know the answer to that question. No. This is a cool place here. I've never been inside that place. There are these special dudes that get to park down here. It's a giant parking lot. I see there's a post, as I said before, there's a post right there with nothing on it. So I bet you they're going to, when they finish this, they're going to put some sign on that post to say, that's not the trail. So piggybacking on what I was saying last time, if I worked here, or went here, I would never be parking over here. I'd be parking all the way down at the end. So my vehicle stays pristine. Unless a hailstorm comes and obliterates it. So here's I just probably get a picture of this. I mean, alternate video, cause this is some interesting thing to see. So this is out of the ordinary. You wouldn't see this all the time. Wind damage. We're on the Cory branch. Cory is slang for Coriopolis, in case you didn't know. You hear people saying that every once in a while. There's a broken tree right there. Okay. I never say that. I never say Cory. But I remember hearing people say that. Where you live, Cory. Cory what? Coriopolis. Coriopolis. Man. That time last year, I had parked at Haslam, like I said, and walked all the way down here and all the way down to the end of that. And then go, oh gee, I didn't even open my bottle of water yet. Walked a couple of miles at least, 2.5 miles or whatever it was. So then I go, okay, let's open that bottle of water. And I couldn't get the bottle open. I didn't bring any tools with me. I wonder if they decide to pave some of it. This is paved right here, but I wonder if they decide like to pave the rest of that all the way behind that center and all the way down, pretty far down. That would be nice. Well, look at what they did in Peters Township, man. That Arrowhead Trail, it was already paved, and they put a new pavement on it. All those rich dudes contribute. This is pretty low class down here. They're not going to get anybody contributing to this. There's where you could park your car on the edge. And see that white Jeep or Dodge or whatever that is over there? It looked like that Dodge was up here. Maybe it's a different vehicle. That was parked on the other end. Anyway. It's actually pretty nice when it's paved. Here's another entrance to the parking lot. Yeah. Looks like a cop vehicle. That white one up there. But he wouldn't be facing that way. He'd be facing the other direction to go after the people he's catching for speed. Now all of a sudden, here is where it changes from that to this rough surface. There's those Jersey barriers. There's another name for those. I saw it on TV once last year. I was looking at something and they were saying it, and I'm like, what the hell are they saying? There's another name that they use for those. I can't remember it right now. But if I looked it up real quick, let's look it up real quick. These videos are supposed to be informative. So if we look up Jersey barrier, and we see, look it up on Wikipedia, Jersey barrier, Jersey wall, Jersey bump. Where's the other? I'm gonna be here all goddamn day doing this. Variations. Ontario wall. Damn, I wish I could find that quicker. F-shaped barrier. Let's go back up here. K-rail. There it is right there. K-rail. I heard somebody saying that once. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? K-rail. So there's the educational portion of the video. Alright, so we are back. We are back, and we are going to become official right now. We are still negative. Let's get up on this. It's a little tricky to get up here. Oh, damn, I'm getting old. Don't want to lose your balance on this. There's a little park over there. Groveton. These are the pillars for the bridge over Coryopoulos Road. Now, how to get back down from here without hurting yourself? Yeah, that's pretty high. Damn, I'm getting old. You never know, man. You could break a bone, something, and be down here all by yourself. Now, here's mile marker 0. So we are now official. That is real confusing. Mile 0 and then Coryopoulos start. Oh, is it the start or not? Alright. So I think we're just going to go up this way. Get to the car and move along. Kind of smoking a cigar, I think. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can smell it now. Shit. You didn't even have a helmet on. Whew. Smoking a cigar and riding on the trail. Living the good life. Clean my shoes off on this. Oh, the bugs flying around. There's a Tahoe. Tell you what, those new Traverses are approaching that size. It's like an older Tahoe. Here's the rental beast. Okay, I think we're going to sign off. Let's turn around, capture it all, and say bye-bye.